Welcome back to Captain's Corner. I'm your host, Caleb Asa. With me today, I have a very special guest, Warren Central offensive lineman and newly commit Iowa Hawkeye, Cam Herron. Cam, how you doing?
Yes, sir. I'm good.
All right, Cam, we're going to get right into it. We're going to talk about your commitment later on, but let's start with this season. What is your training routine like, and how does it vary during the off season versus in season?
Yeah, so I would say off season is very intense, weight-wise, weightlifting wise. We weightlift a lot. I'm definitely into that. I want to be a strength and conditioning coach, so I'm like, I'm packing that just weights, like straight weights, hammering. And I would say the difference between that and then in season, I'm more of, okay, let me get my lifts so I can maintain this strength that I have that I got from the off season. So I want to maintain it, make sure I'm stretched out, make sure I'm, my body feels good, more foam rolling, more of, the gun, massage gun, more stuff like that. Yep.
One of the biggest headlines this season, like we were talking about earlier, people have been talking about the 49 seniors that are on this varsity football team. What have they contributed to the younger athletes by getting them prepared for the season?
Oh yeah, I would say the 49 seniors definitely stepped up, especially when you spoke about the off season. We were, always in the weight room, never missed a day. They were very hard workers. I would say this senior class that we have are the hardest workers I've ever been around. They all motivate each other in different type of ways, and we're definitely straight hard workers since Little League. So yeah.
We, the Warrior Sports Network, have been at many games, and a lot of, at the end of the game, one of the seniors step up and talk to the players. Has that really impacted them as well?
Yeah, definitely. The seniors stepping up and, saying what they have to say is great. We haven't had that, the past years. Seniors again, just, to speak about, how they feel about stuff. And, the underclassmen definitely listen to that, and it definitely helps them, yeah.
Last year, before we get into this year again, last year you were part of the squad that have lost to Center Grove in a tight game. How has that, with the seniors that graduated last year, you guys stepping up this year, how has that also contributed?
Yeah, I would definitely say after that loss, it hit deep. It hit deep for all the, all my grade. I would say that, watching our seniors, because we loved our senior class. Even though we didn't do so great last year, we loved our senior class. We had a strong bond in our senior class, whether you believe it or not. So just seeing them not be able to get a state championship, it hit deep. And off season we attacked it because of that. We didn't want to be like them. Losing to Center Grove in a close game like that. So we had a point to prove this off season, and yeah.
Do you guys have any pregame rituals you do before the games?
Yeah. So before the games, we pray. We pray with Pastor Duncan. We do our little it's dear Lord, too bad as we go through life. It's a little chant, a little prayer. That gets us riled up and ready to go. That's about the last thing we do before we come out. But we definitely, music blasting in the locker when we get there, getting ready, everybody getting ready, looking at each other, everybody getting pumped up, and then we get our prayer in. And then we go. Do
you personally have any pregame rituals you do?
Yeah, so what I do is I pray personally by myself, just to God. And then close to the start before we go out, I listen to a Brian Dawkins / Ray Lewis screaming, and basically they're just screaming in my ears, and it just gets me pumped up, it gets me ready, so yeah.
You being a senior, what is the most memorable moment of your career so far?
I would say my most memorable moment, besides freshman year, because that whole freshman year was just, a memory by itself. I would say that it was my sophomore year with the seniors that year, winning against Carmel after everybody thought, we weren't doing so great. Everybody thought, that we weren't going to win. It was, we were on break. Not a lot of people came to our game. Everybody thought we were going to lose, posting about it, talking crazy. And we went and put it on. We had our best game that day, and it just felt great, winning that game for our seniors. It was also senior night. So that was also, it hit deep, winning the game, the senior night for our seniors. So, yeah.
Cam, in middle school, you were a wrestler / football player. And then in high school, your freshman year, you kind of wrestled a little bit. Yeah. What made you commit to football?
So I would say the reason why I just fully committed to football instead of wrestling, I would say that I don't really know. How I would say it is I felt like football I was doing good. My freshman year, I did pretty good, and I felt like, I loved it. I loved doing that, and I felt like I had, coaches were telling me, like I got potential. I have potential, So I really just set out to strictly football, and I would say that how it correlated from football to wrestling, I would definitely say with hip movement, there's a lot of hip movement. With throwing and wrestling and stuff like that. So my position, with the throwing and moving your hips, being low, it definitely correlates really well. Yeah.
Now let's look past this. Don't look past the year, but look back next year where you are going to Iowa, future Hawkeye. Can you talk us through that process a little bit on how you made up your mind to commit to Iowa?
Yeah, so Iowa was always, from the first visit, they were always like, I felt something there. Like, they say that when you go to a school and you like really feel it, like if you really feel it, that's where you want to be, That's why I felt like the first visit. And I just had to make sure I kept going. I had to really make sure that's where I wanted to be. And I went to other schools, started comparing them to Iowa, and it came down to the final three, which was Iowa, Northwestern, and Cincinnati. And I'm comparing them all. And my parents, we were really struggling. Like I don't know, And my parents were like, obviously you want to go to Iowa, stop tripping, you're comparing them to Iowa, that's obviously where you want to go, And it's like, I got to that official visit, and when I got to that official visit, I got around the players and I just loved it. It felt like home. Just waking up that morning also, and just from the hotel looking at the full view of Iowa, it's just it's a beautiful city. I loved it, yeah.
So what are you looking most to your college experience at Iowa?
Definitely playing. Playing for the Hawkeyes is just, obviously a big thing already. Saying to anybody, I'm playing for the Hawkeyes. Obviously playing, getting stronger, bigger, meeting new people for my career path, trying to be a strength and conditioning coach or a trainer. Meeting new people, playing with, some teammates. So I'm playing with Leighton and playing with Trevor Lauk. Those two people from, Ron Colley and Brownsburg. Getting just to, play with that brotherhood again. I feel like one thing that I missed from our seniors my sophomore year, and I would say junior year also, is just that bond we have. It's just that bond. You love, we would go out and do stuff outside of football. It's just, I missed that in O-line. So I would say, getting that bond back.
Do you have any advice for younger athletes trying to get these scholarships or going into college?
Yeah, my advice to them is really just work as hard as possible and worry about the things you can control. Because I got so caught up in everybody else getting offers around me that it really messed me up in the head. And I was at a low point, really low point. I made a TikTok. It was about how I guess maybe it's not meant for me, stuff like that. And then a week later, I got my first offer. It was literally the week later. It's really just worry about what you can control. Work as hard as possible. Go to camps, go to the mega camps. I would say mega camps are definitely your friend in the off season. Overall, just put yourself out there so coaches can see you, but don't stress yourself out to the point where you just you just want to quit football. Really just keep working, and yeah, that's basically it.
You have anything else to say to our viewers?
No, that's all. Go Hawkeyes. Let's go.
Where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at shocktheworld_Cam, Twitter Cameron Herron 54, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay, I'm very proud of you. We've known each other for a while. I'm excited to see your next step. Good luck on the rest of the season. Thank you for watching Captain's Corner. We'll catch you next time here on the Warrior Sports Network.